Audio shrinks back in the house. For all you that follow, I'm grateful for you. Grateful to you all, right? I know you're there, even the ones that don't comment, because it's a fair amount. You know, the family's growing slowly. And that's all I care about. You know, I'm getting the information out. And people are asking questions, and I'm answering to the best of my ability. And I try to answer them all, right? Because I feel it's not fair otherwise. So that's why the size is great, because I'm able to address people's questions, because these are important questions, because they're seeking a destination for the most part. They just want the madness to end and to be able to just sit back and listen, you know. And this is about as far as the channel will ever go, is just discussions, because I can't do what others are doing, right? When it comes to continuous latest greatest I'm way beyond that, right? I'm at a place where I can sit with my reference system and enjoy that and just share, you know, report as to how I got there, how it's performing now, you know, how I feel emotionally about that. But today's kind of a sad day. Didn't think I'd ever have to do a video that's negative in nature about my good old Line Magnetic 518. You know, we all know it's a cult classic piece, and it's really embedded itself in the history of audio. It's just one of the most sought after pieces. No one can argue the fact, especially in the finish, right? So, you know, I have to report on today on what it's failed to do, what it's failed to deliver, how it's failed to deliver. You know what it's failed to do? It's failed to keep you on that gerbil wheel. At least that's what it did for me. I mean, and it took so long, like so many different pieces to come in, and they just felt like nothing special, right? They just were another piece of audio equipment. They just didn't feel special to the heart. You know, the pride of ownership wasn't there. The heartfelt listening experience wasn't there. You know, so this is one of those pieces that I'm recommending to viewers, you know, even if their room is massive and they have fairly hard to drive speakers, then I'm going to have to say no to that. But if it's a medium-sized room and you have stand mounts that are, say, 86, 87 dB, you're going to have no issue. You really are not. You'll be very surprised as to the plethora of efficiencies and designs that this amplifier can drive with aplomb. I mean, it's never going to leave the house, you know. Although it's not it's not anchoring the main system anymore. That's not because it's not superb. It's just because I wanted to get rid of everything and kind of have one box in the main room doing all that, right? You know, I had a lot of equipment here. I could bring up, I'll share what it used to be like on upcoming videos, which all of you followers have seen, the dual systems. I had to get rid of those videos due to the fact that it takes up a lot of storage on the YouTube there and the phone. After a while, you have to delete. But the Line Magnetic, like, it took, I don't know, man, about 15 years of doing it. Obviously, the speakers came in first. The spatials came in, which were a real revelation when they came in, which I've shared. I know you guys are probably getting sick of hearing that. And then it went to, okay, then the mind quickly goes to, okay, now what am I going to pair with it? Well, the Clones Audio 25 IR8, it was a great piece. But again, it just somewhat, I'm after those boutique brands and they feel special to own, but I just knew, okay, well, I've been following that amp for so long. I was just always afraid about the 518 for it to arrive intact, you know, in good condition, to get a true 120 volt version in the gold, and then the worry about the 80-pound shipping, how, you know, although the factory packaging is substantial, once it arrived, this is a funny story. I mean, Rachel at Grant Fidelity, guys, what a person to do business with. And unfortunately, her husband passed away. And, you know, they offered some very, very good products that are built in China. And now she's offers tube equipment and some really high-end consonance gear. It's all really, really superb stuff, guys, I tell you. So I made the transaction with her late at night. It came up on Canuck Audio Mart. Luckily, it came up late at night because most people, in other provinces are fast asleep, right? So we made the deal. This is around 6 years ago. And then the fear kicked in, right? Okay, how is this 80-pound beast going to make it safe, with these big tubes and all that stuff? So she never told me that, the format of freight she was going to use or anything like that. But one day I get the buzz, and I go out there. I think it's going to be FedEx or UPS or something like that, right? We all know the horror stories that can happen. Luckily, I think I had one incident which was covered by the dealer, took care of that. But so I go outside and there's this big cube truck, right? I was like, what the hell's that? I've never seen that before. No name on it, no nothing. So the guy takes me to the back door, rolls the gate up on the truck, and you know what's in there? The amp, all by itself, guys. Unbelievable. Like, fully couriered right to me, and it was just immaculate. I was just so happy, and but I gotta say, the factory packaging, although double boxed, still has to be handled with real care because the amplifier is very close to the corners. And this is what I mean. It's so hard to get a clean example of this amplifier. And again, when I was so excited just to get it up, and you got to watch how you lift it because those wicked transformers at the back are going to tilt and they're going to smash to the ground, right? And then it's curtains. But again, when I hooked that up to the line magnetic, which is just a friend or a follower already asked, it's a match made in heaven, guys. It really, really is. For your open baffles, the line magnetic with that 845 driver, and just at low volume too, just sounds absolutely superb. So that is what the line magnetic 518 has failed to do, is to keep you insane, right? Because that's it. That's what audiophile and audio nervosa is, guys. It's repeating the same thing, expecting different results. And, a lot of people suffer from it. I know I did. But I really do not anymore, and I'm being honest here, right? The reference system will remain. The reds, I call them, big reds behind me, will remain. So if you're wondering about that amplifier, again, it's just one of those products that I highly recommend. It's proven its reliability. Even the stock tubes have not even needed, haven't even made a bit of noise. It's almost 7 years, guys. So the myth about, I got to swap tubes, it's bullshit. It's 10,000 hours average for those power tubes. And the other ones are inexpensive to replace. So that's all it's failed to do. So please like, subscribe, and if you feel so thankful, there's a super thanks down on the right of the search bar. Thanks so much, fellas. Take care, and gals.